Today I've been riding Harley Davidson's 2018 Street Bob, which is the one in front of me. It's dramatically restyled, but in such a manner that you wouldn't notice immediately. There's a new LED front headlight and numerous items on the bike have been blacked out. Riding through the twisty mountain roads of Catalonia, we found the bike to be a whole load of fun. You can throw it around corners and get the pegs scraping almost every time. The only thing that I would say though is that for larger or taller riders, the position is quite cramped. The ergonomics are right-angled knees and quite close to the bars. Under the tank, it's got Harley Davidson's redesigned Milwaukee 8 engine, which, as you can see, it's a smaller capacity model, so it's 107 cubic inches. It also is coincidentally 107 foot-per-pound of torque, and it's great fun.
Harley Davidson has set its target firmly on younger riders and is hoping the 2018 Softail range will be the turning point to a darker era. It could well be if the 100 new bikes the American manufacturer plans to churn out over the next decade are as downright fun as the 2018 Street Bob. We rode the 84.8 horsepower bike at launch in Catalonia. It's the entry-level big engine Harley, stripped back and unintimidating. Engine. 4 of the new Softail models can be upgraded from the standard 107 Milwaukee 8 engine to the 114 unit. The Street Bob, however, is not one of them. But that's okay, because the 1745cc 107 engine is more than ample in the apish little bike. As I said earlier, it's the entry-level model, and so the 107 unit is perfectly suited, due to its progressive and unintimidating power. The big twin makes £107 per foot of torque at 3000 revs, providing great mid-range tug. Meanwhile, peak power of 84.8 horsepower is seen at 5020 revs, shortly before the 5500 red line. It's a fun engine and performs extremely well in a variety of situations. Handling. On twisty mountain roads, wide open straights and everything in between, the Street Bob is the one model of the 4 tested that was unanimously loved. Harley Davidson's new chassis, which is 34% stiffer than previously, brings a 7kg weight reduction on the previous Street Bob, and both factors make a significant difference when it comes to handling. The bike feels light and agile, and it's easy to forget that you're riding a near 300kg cruiser. The Street Bob doesn't have a great lean angle. At 28.5 degrees, we are grinding pegs on almost every bend, although if pegs were set any higher, the riding position would be unbearably cramped. At 5'8", I found the Street Bob's ergonomics ideal, but taller riders reported cramp after as little as 20 miles. However, if you're into the upright, right-angled knee position for which the Bob is known, you won't have a problem. The Mini 8 bars are controversial, both in styling and positioning, but they give excellent leverage and complete the Street Bob's fun-to-ride appeal, also marking it out as a bike that doesn't take itself too seriously. Suspension. Up front, a new dual-bending valve features, while at the rear there's a hidden monoshock. The front setup absorbs most bumps, leaving you to feel only the largest of jolts, and significantly improving handling on the previous generation. The rear, meanwhile, is bouncy and fun, but riders wanting a firmer ride can adjust the rear preload. Unfortunately, the Street Bob lacks a handy external adjuster of the fat bob and breakout, so you have to remove the seat to make any adjustments. Brakes. The Street Bob's single discs wear a 4-piston fixed caliper up front and a 2-piston floating unit at the rear. While not new, this setup is both progressive and instantly powerful when the need arises. Equipment. The Street Bob features similar spec to the rest of the 2018 Softail range. We're talking dark styling effects, ABS as standard, and a signature LED headlight. But it stands out from the crowd thanks to its stripped back looks. The black spoke wheels wear chopped fenders, the 13.2 litre tank is the smallest of the range to show off that big V-twin, and a comfortable single seat is fitted as standard. Perhaps the neatest example of this minimalisation is the LCD instrument screen, incorporated in the bar clamp. All of the required information can be accessed on here, and adjusted via a subtle bar-mounted switch. We like. The ride, the styling, and the value for money. We don't like. The riding position is quite cramped and not ideal for taller riders. Verdict. This may be the entry-level Softail model, but to my mind it is one of the most accomplished. Power, weight and equipment are well matched to give the bike a grin-inducing ride. There's plenty of equipment, but not too much to lose the Street Bob's stripped-back appeal, and the styling is spot on. And with the lowest price of the Softail range, by more than £1,300, the Street Bob really is a no-brainer.